Welcome, everybody, to the Vandy Gym and the matchup tonight between the number 3 Center Grove Trojans and the number 2 Cathedral Irish. Welcome, everybody, to what should be a fantastic evening of volleyball. Great opportunity for us to see the Trojans in their last regular season game before the state tournament starts next week. And joining me tonight on the broadcast will be Coach Gary Robinson, who's the coach of the 7th grade middle school central team. And Gary, just go over the matchup a little bit tonight and what a special season it's been so far for Center Grove.
Sure. First of all, great Friday evening. The crowd's really moving in well. I think this is a great opportunity for Center Grove to play a quality team. And we've already beaten Roncalli and Chatard this week, so this will be our third match this week of 3 big-time programs. So I'm looking forward to it.
And when you look at the talent level that's on the court tonight, just going over some of the names as we were preparing for the broadcast, and for Center Grove's side of the court, you have 4 girls that are going Division I, 3 that are going to play Division I volleyball. Allison Line, who's a senior, is going to Illinois State. Madison Smethers, who's a junior, who's going to Ohio State next year. Taylor Hamill, who's committed to Auburn, also a junior. And then from the basketball side, Reagan Wentland has committed to Indiana State to play basketball next year. But just the talent level overall, and obviously Coach DePrilli has picked up where Coach McClurg was before her, and the talent level, Gary, is unbelievable right now at Center Grove.
Lots of talent and more talent to come. And there's, as the match goes on, I will be mentioning other players that have Division I or Division II capability for Center Grove. So it should be a great match. And boy, does Cathedral have some talent also. Yeah,
when you look at the other side of the court, you have the Cathedral Irish, who come in tonight 25-4. They've their 4 losses were to Louisville, Assumption, Carmel, Roncalli, and Avon. And after losing to Carmel and Avon earlier in the year, they turned around and beat them the second time. So loaded on their side as well. When you look at the talent level that they have 7 girls that have committed to Division I programs, all the way from Miami of Ohio to IPFW, Xavier, Pepperdine, Duke, Penn State, and Louisville. And if anybody follows college volleyball, they know some of those names are the who's who of college volleyball. Penn State's always a perennial power, have won national championships over the last several years. And Pepperdine, obviously, is a very talented program out west. So the talent level that we're going to see tonight from both of these programs, and it's obvious that Center Grove's ranked 3rd in the state. If they win tonight, they're probably going to move to number 1 since they beat number 1 Roncalli earlier in the week. But Center Grove 29-2 and Cathedral at 25-4.
Well, just watching them warm up with 3:46 to go before we start, the talent with the athleticism is what gets me. And both teams have great back rows, but there is some extreme height. There'll be some great battles at the net tonight.
Yeah, and you look at speaking of the height, you look at, Center Grove has a Line who's 6'2", Smethers who's 6'3", and then you have the Rumble girl who's 6'3" as well, and Wentland's a small 6'1". And on the Cathedral side of things, they have Tara Wiley, who's committed to Pepperdine, is 6'4", and then they have 2 more girls over 6'2" as well. So, like you said, it takes a combination in volleyball of height, and also, you have to have the defense to be able to handle the height and the power that these programs put together. And talking to a couple people beforehand, that's something that Center Grove this year has just been able to overpower people. And they have yet to lose a 5-set match. Both of their matches that they've lost this year, the first one was to Avon in a tournament earlier this year, and then they also lost to Roncalli 2-1, lost to Avon 2-0 when they played in, I believe, the Yorktown tournament. But any time that they've had to face somebody in a 5-set match, which is obviously what the tournament sectional and beyond will be, it's just very difficult to play against a team that's just constantly pounding and blocking balls up at the net. About 2 minutes remaining before we have the first serve tonight. Nice crowd filling in. Obviously, very pleased tonight to our title sponsor, our main title sponsor for volleyball tonight is Center Grove Aqua Systems. Is your water hard? Does it taste bad? Is it damaging your fixtures and appliances? If so, talk to Center Grove Aqua Systems, located on State Road 135, just south of Stone Creek Restaurant. Aqua Systems is owned and operated by Center Grove families, and their equipment is made in central Indiana. Stop by and let their friendly, non-commissioned staff help you get your questions answered. Or call at 317-889-6829, or go online at ilovemywater.com. Center Grove Aqua Systems. And we really appreciate Aqua Systems for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. You know, Kevin Conrad and the crew that does the football broadcast, myself included, we were looking at this earlier in the week, and knowing that the football team plays Cathedral tonight at 7:30, and knowing that this match had been rescheduled for 5:30, you know, talking to Aaron Holt and Gridiron Club that helps sponsor the football broadcast. We just thought it was a great opportunity to give these ladies some publicity, some much deserved publicity with the season that they've had as well, and looking forward to broadcasting a fantastic match tonight. As we mentioned earlier, this was a rescheduled match, so Center Grove was scheduled to play Cathedral earlier in the year, and due to a tragedy at Cathedral, this match got rescheduled for tonight. And honestly, Coach Robinson, as you look at how the sectional pairings came out for Center Grove, it's really a good opportunity due to the fact that Center Grove did draw the bye and don't play until next Thursday night against Roncalli. But it's nice that they're able to get a match in against obviously a high-quality opponent before they start sectional play next week.
Totally agree. By us now, we'll have 5 to 6 days off, but to be able to go Roncalli Tuesday, Chatard Thursday, and Cathedral tonight should set us up well, because Roncalli is a very good team that we drew in the sectional starting next Thursday.
And when you look at that sectional draw, obviously you open sectional play going 1 versus 2, which is, they always talk about you never want to, why don't they seed? Why don't they do some of those things? But I mean, you got to beat everybody. And when you're in your sectional, and sometimes coaches just like to get that top team that's in your sectional against you, and see how the chips fall.
I totally agree. I think it's a very good draw for Center Grove. Roncalli is a quality opponent, and I think it'll be good for us to play him coming right out.
Now they're starting the introductions for Cathedral and for Center Grove. We'll go over the Center Grove lineup. Seniors for Center Grove, number 1, Allie Line, 6'2", middle blocker. Number 12, Reagan Wentland, who's an outside hitter, 6'1". Abby Hardesty's also a senior setter at 5'8". Juniors for Center Grove, Rachel Smallwood, number 4, Madison Smethers, who we mentioned is going to Ohio State. Number 5, Taylor Hamill, who's a junior who's committed to Auburn. Lindsay Archer, number 7. Number 13, Malia Howie. And number 18, Tanya Rumble. Juniors on the roster. 1 sophomore for Center Grove, and she's a good one, Macy Carabine, who's number 8, who's the libero, 5'9". And then there's 4 freshmen on the Center Grove varsity roster: Devin Merriman, number 2, Emma Jones, number 3, number 9, Ellen Lemasters, and number 17, Gabby Pugliese. Lineup introductions still going on here at Center Grove. We'll get going here in a couple minutes. Great crowds come on hand for Center Grove tonight. The bleachers are full on the side here, along with some students. they've drawn very well this year. Coach Robinson, you've been to several matches so far, and just describe, the support that not only the volleyball but all the programs get at Center Grove.
Sure, volleyball's had a very nice core group of people that's come, but it's increased this year with the great record. And Tuesday night was senior night, and it was a big crowd here. Also, tennis has had great support, soccer, cross country, and all the sports. Center Grove sports are supported by the community.
The motto this year for the Center Grove volleyball program, and you see that throughout their social media and everything else, is up the ante. And Coach Robinson, talk a little bit about that motto and what that means for Coach DePrilli and her staff and her team.
First of all, it's good. Coach DePrilli is a Center Grove grad and was a great volleyball player under Coach McClurg, and then was a big star at Butler. And she's brought a lot of Coach McClurg's attitude, hustle, desire to this program. So we're getting ready to start. This should be a very, very, very good match.
Center Grove's taking the court, and Cathedral's getting some last-minute instructions from their head coach, who is Gene Kesterson. Like Coach Robinson said, the Center Grove coaching staff, head coach Dana DePrilli, assistant coach Julie Hamill, reserve coaches Katie DePrilli and Mikhail Sanders, and the freshman coach is Maureen Dimplewolf.
Very good crowd tonight. Very good crowd. Really coming in at the end here.
It's fantastic. Fantastic to see. Really, this was promoted as, hey, this is the match before the football. You're going to be out watching the football team, so come out a little bit early and watch two fantastic volleyball programs support Center Grove, and volleyball programs looking to have quite a historic week if they can. They beat Roncalli on Tuesday, like we said, 3-1. Roncalli was ranked number 1 coming into this week. Cathedral's number 2 and Center Grove's number 3. So obviously, if they get it done today, it would appear that they would move into the top spot in the rankings, the final regular season rankings. Initial serve will be by Cathedral, number 2, Marla Shore. And the kill right off the bat by number 5, Madison Smothers from the back row off the assist by Hamill. Center Grove takes the lead 1-0. Served by Taylor Hamill. Hitting error by Cathedral. One thing we talk about, Coach Robinson, very difficult to get over those tall girls of Center Grove in the front line.
It's early, but I've been impressed with the first play that we did our blocking on. We made that right there was a tip right there. So our blocking looks good coming out.
And another point by Center Grove, kill by number 12, Reagan Wentland. They take the quick 3-0 lead on Cathedral. Hamill back to serve again. Sorry, number 8, Macy Carabine back to serve. Another hitting error by number 14 for Cathedral, Megan Sloan. Center Grove's got off to a quick start, 4-0. Looked very focused so far, and Cathedral's started out a little sluggish. Hamill to line down the middle. Error by Cathedral, and Center Grove takes a 5-0 lead. Cathedral with a substitution. Coach Kesterson does not like what she sees so far. But a big part of that is Center Grove's being very aggressive up front, getting hands on balls and able to put balls away. Another hitting error by Cathedral. Wouldn't surprise us to see Cathedral take an early timeout. another substitution. She's just trying to break the momentum a little bit. Volleyball is such a momentum sport, Coach, and describe that a little bit, how the swings just go back and forth.
I've coached 4 sports at the middle school and high school level, and by far this is the one that has the most momentum shifts of any of them that I've ever coached. And no lead is safe, and you're never out of the game or anything. I'm very pleased how we've come out, especially with the off week of not having school, not having a routine here. But trust me, Cathedral will get it going also.
Cathedral does get on the board with the put away. Center Grove now with an error, and Cathedral gets 2 quick points to pull within 6-2 in the first set. Good serve just out by Cathedral. Center Grove leads 7-2, and back to serve for Center Grove, number 1, Allie Line. Good put away at the net by number 9, Audrey Adams. She's the junior middle hitter for Cathedral, who's committed to Xavier. Cathedral back to serve, number 13, Kendall White, who's committed to Penn State. Cathedral down 7-3. Hamill sets it perfectly to Wentland. Just a fantastic, and talk a little bit about what Taylor Hamill means to this team, Coach Robinson, and just looking at her stats, it's just unbelievable.
Yeah. Well, first of all, her athleticism as a setter to get to that, there was a great example where the pass wasn't the best, but she moved her feet so well, and then her height, wow, another good play there, another perfect set by her.
Yeah, and you look at looking at the stats before. I mean, Hamill's leading the team this year in assists with a whopping 1,040, and she's actually leading the entire state in assists as well. But like you said, the setter position is such a difficult one because no matter where the pass is, you got to go get it. You got to go get it, and not only get to it, but also make sure you lead and you put the ball exactly where your big hitters. The big hitters are the ones that get all the glory and everything else a lot of times, but the setter's the one that makes everything happen.
And I think her biggest improvement, as I've watched her in the 7th, 8th, all the way up now as a junior, is her consistency. She's improved so much on not going with the highs and lows that the sport can give a setter, and just playing each point for what it is, but also putting the ball right where it is and everything. 9-3, great start by us.
Yeah, that's a good point, too, because the setter's the one that's if she makes a mistake or doesn't get – I mean, she's touching the ball on every possession, every point the setter's touching it. And you're right. If you let that get you down, if you make a mistake, you just got to go on to the next point. Hamill back to serve again with Center Grove leading 9-3. Cathedral took a quick timeout. Blocking the net by Smithers. Another tip by Rumble. Hamill to Smithers. Alley line from the back row.
Right there was a great example why I just love the sport of volleyball and the athletes and everything. That point for both sides had everything you would want, and a great hit by Line to hit the winner from the back row attack.
Center Grove up now 10-3. Hamill back to serve again. Service air a little bit deep. Cathedral will go back to serve, trailing 10-4. Number 14, Megan Sloan for Cathedral back to serve. Another one just long. Talk a little bit, Coach Robinson, about the I mean, now it seems like it's more it's definitely the norm where every server for volleyball is going to the jump serve route, whereas, 5-10 years ago you didn't see that very often. It was relatively new, and just the power that they're able to get on those serves.
No, I agree 100%. On my 7th grade team this year, we had 3 jump servers. So wow. Never before this year, I only had 1 at a time. So it's coming, and the good news is for Center Grove fans, volleyball-wise, we're starting to get the kids playing the 2nd grade, 3rd grade a lot more than we have in the past, and it's going to this program will continue, especially as I look out here tonight. We just don't have seniors out here. We've had a freshman on the court, a couple of sophomores, 3 or 4 juniors, and 3 or 4 seniors. So this program has depth through every class.
Yeah, and that's impressive, and that the credit to Coach DePrilli and obviously Coach McClurg before her to build a tradition that they have with the volleyball program. And as you know, obviously, because you coach one of the middle school teams, there's more talent coming, and that's great to see. 11-5 right now for Center Grove. Cathedral. Nice dig by Hamill along with Rumble. Line from the back row again. Just left. Like you said, Coach Robinson right now in for Center Grove is number 13, Malia Howie, along with the other 5 starters for Center Grove. Cathedral's now cut it to 11-6, make that 12-6. Serve just long.
Isn't it amazing as we watch all the great plays? We've probably seen 4 or 5 service errors already. I mean, barely long, but long. Matter of fact, that one could have been long.
Yeah. That was a little indecision by number 4 for Cathedral, Delaney O'Neill, who was kind of stuck in no man's land, not knowing if that was going to drop in or she should get it. And a little late decision ended up being a service winner for Center Grove to go up 13-6. And there is Nia Parker Robinson for Cathedral with the kill. She's just recently committed to Duke, another powerful program in the ACC. Cathedral will serve now 13-7. Center Grove leads.
That play right there just really kills the volleyball because especially with Parker Robinson starting to get into a groove. That was just a mental error on where the ball should go for Cathedral and stop their run a little bit.
14-7 Center Grove. Number 2, Devin Merriman, a freshman for Center Grove, back to serve. Parker Robinson, like you said, Coach, a couple big hits in the last 3 points and puts that one away. Cathedral goes back to serve, down 14-8. And another service error. That is a little bit unusual. You don't see that many, and I think part of that's probably just the atmosphere and being a little bit jacked up at the start of the match. Both teams will settle in. 15-8.
For Parker Robinson, that's the 4th one in a row that she's hit for a winner, but she just got subbed out, which is a good thing.
Exactly. Number 3 for Cathedral, Peyton White, back to serve. Another put away for Cathedral, and now they've dug into that lead a little bit. 15-10 Center Grove, still a decent lead, but like you said before, such a game of momentum and wanting to make sure that you don't let them get too much momentum. And that obviously, like you've said before, that's 7 service errors by Cathedral. And when you look at the score being 16-10 by Center Grove, that's just giving them free points, and that's something you can't do against a top-notch team like Center Grove. Wow. Number 9 for Cathedral, Audrey Adams, was able to paint the back corner there. Line, I think, thought that was going to go a little bit long, and it curled in there. 16-11, Cathedral on the Center Grove on the lead. Cathedral back to serve. Hamill to Smethers for another kill.
Yeah, that was Center Grove's best play of the night right there. That was a very nice call. We haven't seen that wraparound pass yet that Taylor made to Madison. That was a good play.
And talk about how difficult that is to defend. I mean, going behind, also difficult to defend and also difficult to execute from a setter standpoint.
Difficult to execute from a setter standpoint, but also difficult to block because you also have a middle hitter coming and a outside here that they have to, play for.
Hitting air just a little bit long by Smothers off of a nice assist by Hamill. Center Grove still leads 17-12 in the first set. Cathedral back to serve. Another one long by Cathedral.
Not long by much on each one, about the same length every time.
Yeah. Number 17 for Center Grove, Gabby Puglisi, one of those freshmen you're talking about, subs in. She goes back to serve with Center Grove up 18-12. Nice serve. Nice serve by Puglisi. That obviously put Cathedral in a bad place, and an error on their side. Center Grove now bumps that lead back out, up 19-12 in the first set. Line with the dig. Hamill over to Howie. Another nice dig by Allie Line. Over to Howie again. Oh, nice block up front by Antonio Rumble.
What a great point. What a great point.
20-12 Center Grove. Puglisi back to serve again. That was a little bit unfortunate for Center Grove. The Cathedral girl, I don't think she did that on purpose. It's almost like she half whiffed at it, but was able to curl it around the block. If she hits that probably directly, it might be right into that block again by Smothers and Rumble up front. But Cathedral with a point. They trail 20-13. Another kill by Smothers. She's been fantastic in this first set, and obviously set up by a nice pass by Hamill.
Very important point to get because Parker Robinson's back on the front line for Cathedral, but we stretched it out to 8 here.
That's a good point. Good. When she went out, Cathedral had cut it to 5, I believe, and now it's back out to 8. Allie Line with the kill again, and she gets that one put away after a nice dig by Cathedral on the first kill by Allie Line. She was able to come right back and put it away. 22-13 Center Grove. And there's one of their superstars on Cathedral's side, 6'4" senior Tara Wiley, who's committed to Pepperdine, and she was able to put that one away. Center Grove still leads 22-14 here in the first set. Line with the put away off of the middle block.
It's only the first game, but Taylor Hamill's played very, very well. Her sets of our hitters aren't having to move or adjust hardly to any of the balls that she's given them. Great playing by Taylor.
23-14 Center Grove. Another freshman, Merriman, back to serve, and there's a block by Allie Line and Taylor Hamill. And just talk about that a little bit. I mean, you don't normally see setters up front blocking, but Hamill has the size to be able to do that. 24-14, first set point. And that'll do it for Center Grove. They win the first set rather convincingly, 25-14. Very impressive start to the match by Center Grove. And when you talk about it being a momentum sport, Coach Robinson, just talk about the start that Center Grove got and not enabling Cathedral to get back into the match.
First of all, our blocking at the net started off in the very first play, and Cathedral did get some winners, but I like our blocking. Second of all, Taylor Hamill has played very solid. And then third, getting up and winning this first game, and I really liked it. I mean, the whole crowd stood up when it was 24-14. This crowd's really into a match for 5:45, 6 o'clock on a Friday early evening. The crowd's ready for this match, so we're off to a great start, and let's keep it up.
Fantastic to see. I watch sometimes. I'm a Purdue graduate, and their volleyball program has obviously in the last 10 to 12 years under Dave Shondell been has improved dramatically from before him. And watching, I saw some tweets out tonight. They play Penn State. Penn State's ranked 7th. I think Purdue's 14th. And, they're talking about selling out the Purdue volleyball match on a Friday night up there. And even though the kids are on fall break up there as well, but the crowd tonight has been very similar to some of the crowds that you see on the college matches. There's a lot more college volleyball that's been on ESPN2, the SEC network, all of them, in addition to the Big Ten network, and it's a high-quality athlete that you're seeing in those matches at the collegiate level. And then obviously when you talk about as many kids as have Division I scholarships on the court tonight, you're seeing something similar.
Right, and I've been to Purdue volleyball, and let me just tell you, it is fun to go to. It is an unbelievable atmosphere, and I think people would be surprised that they went to a college volleyball Big Ten match, how good they are. They really, really are good. Volleyball is really starting to pick up in Indiana even more.
And talk a little bit, Coach Robinson. We have a break here, about a minute before the second set gets started. Talk a little bit about, before you talked about the talent that's not only here at the high school level, but the talent that's coming through the ranks at Center Grove and kind of the volleyball program overall at Center Grove.
Yeah. Well, both 8th grade teams were very strong this year, and both 7th grade teams, Center Grove Central and Center Grove North, both had very, very strong records, and we have the support of both of the athletic directors, Joe Higginson at Center Grove North and Jamie Wingler at Center Grove Central. Really put a premium on volleyball, and we have more kids playing. We have more kids playing in all levels, and I'm starting to go and see 2nd and 3rd grade girls in the gymnasium. One quick thing, very interesting here, Cathedral, you get a couple-minute break between the game. Cathedral actually took their team out of the gym into a small hallway to talk to them. So I think these first 10 points could be very, very critical.
So saying they possibly got a little motivational speech by their coaching staff out in the hallway.
I would agree. I think if Cathedral serves better, because that was 7-8 points they gave to us. I would just like to watch the first 10 to 15 points right here.
Yeah, that's a good point. That taking away that 7 or 8 points that they kind of free points that they gave Center Grove would have made a difference in that first set. Tonight's main title sponsor for volleyball is Center Grove Aqua Systems. Is your water hard? Does it taste bad? Is it damaging your fixtures and appliances? If so, talk to Center Grove Aqua Systems, located on State Road 135 just south of Stone Creek Restaurant. Aqua Systems is owned and operated by Center Grove families, and their equipment is made in Central Indiana. Stop by and let their friendly, non-commissioned staff help you get your questions answered. Or call 317-889-6829 or go online at ilovemywater.com. Center Grove Aqua Systems. Center Grove with the first serve. Number 8 for Center Grove, Macy Carabine with the initial serve, and another error by Cathedral. Center Grove leads 1-0 in the second set. That serve floated long for Center Grove, 1-1. We'd also like to mention that tonight's volleyball webcast is being produced by Center Grove Gridiron Productions, New 5 Creative, and CenterGroveSportsNetwork.com. And Cathedral's definitely started out. They were down that first set 5-0. Started the second set a little bit more live to Cathedral. They take their first lead of the match, 2-1. Nice block up the net by Line, number 1, Allie Line, 6'2" senior. On Parker Robinson, a good rally by both teams. Line first tried the little dink shot over the block. They were able to recover that, and then she put away the block on Parker Robinson. And right back there, the big girl, another one of the big girls for Cathedral, number 10, Tara Wiley with the put away. Cathedral leads 3-2. Nice serve by Wiley. Just snuck over that net, and Center Grove wasn't able to return. Service winner or ace for Wiley. Cathedral now leads 4-2 in the second set. And that time she tried to get a little fine with the serve and went straight into the net. Another one of those errors that you don't want to see. You want to at least make the other team earn the points, and then Center Grove will take that. Down 4-3 in the second set. There she is again. Parker Robinson was able to just sneak it inside that back line of Center Grove. Point Cathedral, they lead 5-3 in the second set. Nice put away by number 14 for Cathedral, Megan Sloan. Coach Robinson looks like a different Cathedral team, so whatever Coach Kesterson said out in the hallway must have worked.
Their serving pressure's increased. That was our first time to actually have a good pass set and a spike there, but the Cathedral serving's better, and it reflects right now in the score.
Madison Smothers with the kill for Center Grove. Gabby Puglisi back to serve again for Center Grove. They trail 6-4. Nice serve by Puglisi. She has such an unusual serve, and you probably coached her a couple years ago. It's right on that line, and sometimes the defensive players they're indecisive whether that's going to be out or whether that's going to be in, and right there that enabled Center Grove to get a point.
She's been the best server for us. She put pressure on them in the first one, and her serve is really moving a lot. You can see it from even up here.
Another good serve, hit the top of the net. Cathedral was able to get the good dig, and then Parker Robinson put away another one. But like you said, she goes out of the match now, gets subbed out in the back row, and it'll be interesting to see if Center Grove can capitalize on that. They trail 7-5 in the second set. Error at the net by Center Grove. They just went across the top of the net. Another point for Cathedral. They lead 8-5. And that right there is an unbelievable two plays. Unbelievable play by Hamill to bring that ball back and set it perfectly for I believe that was Line or Smithers. Smithers for the kill. And that spike by Center Grove just hit the top pole there of the net, and I don't know what the proper term is there.
Antenna.
My fault. It looks like an antenna. That's what.
Yeah. There you go.
Nice set by Hamill, and another kill by Line. She's come alive here in the second set, and that cuts the lead to 9-7 for Center Grove.
I think right now the next 5, 10, 15 points right here now, it's 9-7 Cathedral, but this is a critical thing. If we can make a push here and get up 2-0, we'll see, though. This is a much closer game this time.
Nice dig by Malia Howie. And another nice one by Macy Carabine. Oh, my. And they finally put it away. Cathedral's coaching staff was not happy with a couple of those non-calls by the officials, and credit Cathedral was staying with it after Center Grove made a couple fantastic saves. Nice spike. Back set, like you said, Coach, to Allie Line, who puts away another one down the line.
Right. We're 3 for 3 on that play there. Again, though, Cathedral serving pressure's really picked up.
10-8 Cathedral here in the second set. Carabine back to serve for Center Grove. And number 6 for Cathedral, Anna Jensen, hits through the block. And back comes Parker Robinson. And they maintain that lead while she was gone. I think it was 8-5 when she left, and it's 11-8 right now. And here she goes. So explain that call. Did we block it?
Yeah, we blocked it.
And then it went out.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell if we actually got the tip on that or not. Another big serve by number 6 for Cathedral, Anna Jensen, and looks like Center Grove is going to take a timeout. You are correct, Coach. The second set's been completely different as far as the serving pressure by Cathedral. Obviously, they don't have the airs that they had in that first set, and Center Grove's had a little bit of difficulty picking up a couple of those serves, and it's led to a 5-point lead by Cathedral, 13-8.
We've only had actually off their serve 3 times where we've been able to put her up there right to Hamill to get a good hit. We're kind of scrambling now the last 3 times they've served, and we are getting spikes, but we're not getting set to hit strong spikes, and therefore Cathedral's much more on the offensive this game.
Good adjustments by Cathedral, and obviously with the team that comes in 25-4 and winners of their last 13 matches, including winning a couple matches against teams that beat them earlier in the year. They obviously, and the coach, longtime coach at Cathedral, knows how to make adjustments, and she's done a good job between the first and second set. Cathedral back to serve again, number 6, Anna Jensen, with Cathedral up 13-8 here in the second set. Hamill to line right up the middle, and like you said, that goes back to being having a good.
Yeah, our passing there, that was one of our best passes we made. It was easy pass for Taylor set. 13-9, we need to chip away here.
Alley line back to serve. From the back row line, off the block. And there's Hamill with the put away at the net. That's an unbelievable weapon when you have a setter that can do that. Cathedral didn't have time to put up the block, and then Hamill was able to paint the corner. Big point. Center Grove now trails 13-10 after the last 2 points. And a passing error by Cathedral. Tara Wiley puts the end to the little mini run by Center Grove, the 3-0 run with the big kill down the middle. Cathedral leads 14-11, and Wiley now back to serve. Big matchup at the net right there. Cathedral, number 9, Audrey Adams with the block on line, and Cathedral with the big point there. They're the first to 15. They lead 15-11 here in the second set. Wow. Another fantastic rally by both teams, and right now Cathedral's extremely fired up. Some great blocking at the net by Cathedral. Obviously, Parker Robinson's been huge up front for them, 6'1", sophomore, and they got another point there to take the lead 16-11. Fantastic tip by number 12 for Center Grove, Reagan Wentland. And talk about that a little bit, Coach Robinson, when you consistently are getting blocked, or Cathedral's had some very good blocks this set, different things that you can do as an outside hitter.
Right. Well, the best thing that both teams have established, they have established their outside hitter, and they've established with strength. So if you keep hitting, and then you can throw in a little tip or a little side tip, it makes a difference. But right there again, Parker Robinson from the outside with just a nice blast, and then that will set up her tip for later on.
Cathedral with the point. They take the lead 17-12 here in the second set. And number 9 for Cathedral, Audrey Adams, has had a fantastic second set as well up at the net. She puts that one away, and Center Grove's going to take another timeout here in the second set with Cathedral ahead 18-12. The momentum's definitely, we talked about momentum, and you talked about, what would happen at the next 5-10 points there, and Cathedral's established themselves very well in the second set.
And in volleyball terms, Cathedral's actually quicker to the ball right now. What I mean by that is when the ball is at the net, Cathedral is getting up quicker, in position quicker with their footwork and everything, and it can tell over the long haul they're in position and not moving, and we're kind of scrambling here and everything. So it's been a very solid game for Cathedral, and it's number 2 versus number 3.
That's what we would expect. Wouldn't expect anything differently. A little music going in the crowd in the gym now to hopefully get the fans a little fired up, and hopefully Center Grove can mount a little bit of a rally here in the second set. Cathedral up 18-12. They'll be serving. And point for Center Grove. You're right, Coach. And you talk about, if your blockers and your hitters are able to stay relatively stationary and get the passes where they want and the sets where they want versus scrambling around, that makes a huge difference. Puglisi again on the serve. She's been the best one so far, and a nice serve which causes a passing error by Cathedral, and Smothers put it away at the net.
Great call by you. Her down the line serving's been right there. Right there's pressure on them again.
Center Grove had the block put up right there, but Parker Robinson was able to hit off of the block out of bounds for Cathedral. Cathedral leads 19-14, and that's obviously what Puglisi comes in for. She comes in to serve, and then and she's done a fantastic job of that so far. Line from the back row. Just into the net. Cathedral first to 20. They're up 20-14 here in the second set. And big kill by number 5 for Center Grove, Madison Smothers.
The backside by Taylor Hamill was outstanding.
You got to keep reminding me that it's the setter that makes a difference, Coach. The big hitters get the big calls. Center Grove down 20-15 in serving. Opportunity by Smothers from the back row, just hits the top of the net. 21-15 Cathedral, and they bring in their very talented 6'4" senior Tara Wiley, now back in the front row. 13, Kendall White back to serve. Just got a piece of that big spike by Parker Robinson, but Center Grove wasn't able to come up with it. Point Cathedral. Center Grove still leads 10-7 here in the third set after splitting the first 2 sets. Number 3 for Cathedral, Peyton White back to serve. Hamill back set to Smithers. Straight down the line for the kill. Smithers has been fantastic here in the third set. 11-7 Center Grove. Nice dig. Carabine again with the big dig, like you said, Coach Robinson, and that enabled Malia Howie to put that away off of the block, and point Center Grove. They lead 12-7 in the third set. Good block up front by Howie and line, and this time that spike is wide by Megan Sloan. Center Grove takes a 6-point lead in the third set, 13-7. Smithers again with the serve. Hamill with the dig, over to Carabine. Smithers from the back row. It goes long. Oh, and it was a tip. They called a tip. Coach Kesterson for Cathedral not very happy with the call, even though her player just told her, yep, Coach, I did it. Another big point for Center Grove. They lead 14-7. Oh. An unbelievable dig by Carabine, and Center Grove wasn't able to make the second pass, and Cathedral breaks a little run by Center Grove there. Center Grove leads 14-8 in the third set. Hamill to Howie. That one goes just long. Point Cathedral trying to get back in the match. Cathedral trails 14-9. Another good serve. And Hamill to line. Fantastic. And that's one of the more fun plays to see in volleyball, that quick set to your big hitter down the middle. Talk about that a little bit, Coach.
Well, what we've done here to establish this, we've done well on the outside and then a wraparound. So that's the first time we tried the quick set to the middle hitter this game, and it's helped. Interesting, our serving, we went more to a change-up type serve on some of our players, and it's been pretty effective. I think we're at a very critical time here now. The next 5 points could establish who controls the match.
Center Grove leads 15-10. Cathedral to serve, and that one's well long. One of those critical service errors that Cathedral had several of in that first set. Center Grove leads 16-10. Back to serve for Center Grove, number 8, Macy Carabine. Wow, that's almost unfair when you have a great set by Cathedral and then Wiley, all 6'4" of her, up on the front line to put that one away.
Very impressive play by him.
And line comes right back at her, and with Wiley and Parker Robinson setting that up front, line goes to her left and is able to place that shot to their right, and what an athletic play by Allie Line. Center Grove leads 17-11, line to serve, and the block on Parker Robinson up front by Smethers and Hamill. Another timeout by Cathedral.
This is the best we've played, even the first game, because I thought Cathedral was a little sluggish, and they're not sluggish now. And this stretch we've been playing very well. Last time Cathedral called a timeout, they did break our momentum, so it'd be great for Center Grove here to get the next 1 or 2 points coming out of the timeout and really take control of this third game.
Yeah, Center Grove, like you talked about, it was 14-10, I believe, and you said what's important is the next 5 or so points, and coming out of that, Center Grove's went on a 4-1 run and bumped that lead out to 18-11, and caused Cathedral to call their second and final timeout of this set. And very impressive last few points by Center Grove, and Allie Lyons led the charge here in those last few points with that fantastic effort at the net, and then the last couple service points.
I want to give a shout-out, and you've done a great job mentioning her. Macy Carabine's had a very strong game from the back row. It really helped us here. So 18-11, here comes Allie.
Well, it's nice to see the contributions by several people. Not only the big hitters up front, and we always talk about Hamill and Line and Wentland and Smithers, but big kill by Parker Robinson. But like you said, Carabine and Howie's been good on the outside, and then along with those couple freshmen, Puglisi serving the ball, Merriman with some digs as well. (18-12) Center Grove. Smethers almost hits the scoreboard. Smithers tries to hit it in the back again. Good save. Parker Robinson with the kill up front. 18-13 Cathedral. They're trying to make a little run, 2 in a row. Big point right here. Hamill did a good job of getting that over the net.
Nice call by the line judge. Went outside the antenna. That was a good play by us because the Cathedral server was really starting to put pressure on us.
Center Grove leads here in the third set, 19-13 after splitting the first 2 sets. Hamill back to serve. And there's number 9 for Cathedral, Audrey Adams with the put away at the net. She's a 6'2" junior who's committed to Xavier. 19-14 Center Grove. Cathedral back to serve. Carabine to Hamill, outside to Smithers, just long. Point Cathedral. They cut the lead to 4, 19-15. And another one long. I would expect Coach DePrilly to probably use one of her timeouts here. Doesn't look like she's going to. 19-16. Line with the big kill from the back row. And right there, Coach, and you can talk about it a little bit, I think Coach DePrilly just wanted to see her team work through that, and that also shows her confidence in her senior leaders and the folks that she has on the court that they can work through those.
Great point. First time we've had a back row attack in a while.
There's Parker Robinson with the big kill off of the Center Grove block. Cuts the lead to 20-17 Center Grove. Cathedral goes back to serve. Peyton White for Cathedral. Cathedral's able to block that tip attempt by Center Grove, and now they've come all the way back from 18-11 to make it a 20-18 game. Center Grove still lead. Like you said, Coach, it's Center Grove's not nearly as set, and they're kind of scrambling around a little bit with this run that Cathedral's went on, and Cathedral's come alive, and Center Grove now takes the timeout with Cathedral has cut the lead all the way down to 1, 20-19.
Both teams have changed their strategy on some of their serving, and Cathedral's now went with the short serve with a little movement, and we haven't adjusted and everything. Good volleyball match. Lots of swings in this game itself, so really, really critical here. We need this point coming out of the timeout. We don't want it to get to 20-20.
Well, like I think you were talking to Allie Lyons' dad Don before, it's a great match to have against two fantastic teams, the week before sectional, and not a lot of pressure because obviously this isn't going to affect anything sectional wise, but it's good measuring stick to see where you are. Smothers on the outside hits the ball long, and Cathedral's come all the way back, now 20-20 in set 3. Oh, great effort by Cathedral, but fantastic put away by number 5, Madison Smothers. Breaks the momentum, and Center Grove takes the 21-20 lead. Number 14 for Cathedral, Megan Sloan, puts that one away. Cathedral goes back to serve with a 21-21 match. Number 13 for Cathedral, Kendall White, who's going to, we talked about Penn State being ranked 7th. She's committed to there. And another kill on the outside by Cathedral through the block. They take their first lead of the match, 22-21. First lead of this third set, I should say. Smothers from the back row. Air at the net. Double hit by Cathedral. Center Grove pulls back even, and into serve is number 2, Devin Merriman, freshman for Center Grove. Howie on the outside. And the kill by Megan Sloan again.
Megan Sloan for Cathedral has done a very nice job here at a critical time. She hit 3 or 4 winners from the right side hit that we haven't adjusted. She is coming off the court as they rotate for her to put a new server in. 23-22, Cathedral.
Cathedral takes the 1-point lead, 23-22 in the third set after both teams have split the first 2 sets. A fantastic comeback by Cathedral. They were down 18-11, I believe, was the highest, biggest lead that Center Grove had in this third set, and all about momentum. And Center Grove takes their second and final timeout of this set. Very important point here for Center Grove to win and try to get some of that momentum back. Number 4 for Cathedral, Delaney O'Neill, back to serve. Good dig by Merriman. Hamill over to Howie. Howie again. And a third time. And Line puts it away. Fantastic recognition by Hamill to get the ball to Line up the middle.
Could have been the best point of the match so far. Carabine at 23-22, Carabine.
Should be 23-23, I believe. We won that point. Yeah, there we go. They just changed the score. Oh. Just unfortunate right there. First, the ball about hit the scoreboard, and then Cathedral probably came close to being over the line, but set point for Cathedral, 24-23. And Center Grove's not able to score there. Cathedral takes the huge third set win, 25-23 after a big comeback. And they take the 2-1 lead going into set 4.
Want to give a shout out to the Cathedral's libero. Kendall White played very well on the second half of that third game, and a lot of our spikes, she was in perfect position to make the pass back up to him.
3 minutes break in between the third and fourth set. Tonight's volleyball webcast is being produced by Center Grove Gridiron Productions, New 5 Creative, and CenterGroveSportsNetwork.com. Our main title sponsor for the volleyball match tonight, Center Grove Aqua Systems. Is your water hard? Does it taste bad? Is it damaging your fixtures and appliances? If so, talk to Center Grove Aqua Systems, located on State Road 135, just south of Stone Creek Restaurant. Aqua Systems is owned and operated by Center Grove families, and their equipment is made in central Indiana. Stop by and let their friendly, non-commissioned staff help you get your questions answered, or call at 317-889-6829, or go online at ilovemywater.com. Center Grove Aqua Systems. So obviously, Coach, you talk about being a very much a momentum sport, and very important for Center Grove to come out at the start of this set 4, because you know the hangover from losing that big lead in that third set. You want to make sure that you got to get over that quickly, or with the team that Cathedral has, they can jump out on you pretty big, and they're hoping to close this thing out. So describe a little bit about how important it is at the start of this fourth set.
Sure. One thing that will come into play is Coach Dupree does a very, very nice job on conditioning, so I think we'll be okay in that shape physically. Mentally, though, it'll be interesting to see how we respond, because, again, we played senior night at home against Roncalli, and then on the road Thursday at Chittard, and then back tonight. So that's 3 top-quality matches in 4 days. So I think physically will be okay, and we'll see how we are mentally. But you got to get the Cathedral credit. From the right side, they changed them. Some of the bigger points went to the right side hitters, and we haven't adjusted on our coverage yet from blocking on the right side, or also covering out from the angle that they hit on.
That's a good point, because Cathedral had a couple girls step up in that. And you mentioned number 14, Megan Sloan, was big in that set from that outside hitter position. She's a 6'1" junior who's committed to Louisville, so obviously very talented, but didn't notice her that much in the first couple sets, and she came alive in that third set and gave them another option other than obviously Wiley and Parker Robinson have been huge in those first 2 sets. So it'll be interesting to see how Center Grove comes out. Cathedral obviously again is late. They go out, and I don't know if that's part of their deal is to make the other teams wait or what, but I guess it worked for them between the first and second sets, and they've done that the last 2 sets as well. Just come out as soon as they hear the whistle.
After 3 games, both teams have scored the same amount of points. That's how close this is. So it's incredible. I don't know exactly how many points have been played, but I do know that the points are the same after 3 games.
Yeah, each team has scored 64 points. 64 points in 3 sets. Got the Trojan music, getting the crowd fired up here for the 4th set. We're now looking to try to win this set and extend it to set 5. Center Grove will come out, and they'll be serving with Macy Carabine. Carabine with the good serve. Hamilton a line, and Wiley's able to put up the big block up front. Cathedral wins point 1 of set 4, with them leading 2-1. Hamilton Hamill outside to Wentland. Good block by Cathedral. Center Grove gets it back. Wentland again. And another block by number 9 for Cathedral, Audrey Adams. 2-0 Cathedral here in set 4. Very good serve by Wiley. Parker Robinson hits it into the net. Center Grove picks up their first point of set 4. Allie Line back to serve. Talk a little bit about the career that Allie's had here at Center Grove, not only in volleyball, but obviously in basketball, and until last year she played softball. But just talk about the career and even better the person that Allie's been.
Well, I've been fortunate to coach Allie in volleyball, but I also was very fortunate to have her in the classroom for a whole year. And as busy as she is and as great as she is on the volleyball court, basketball court, she's even more outstanding in the classroom. Extremely hard worker.
Nice tip up at the net by Smothers. And it's good that Allie's obviously got her athletic talent from her mom, not her dad as well.
Good point. One thing that Cathedral's done this match, they're playing the same players, but they've shifted their rotation. What I mean by that is they've moved everybody up to and everything, and it'll be interesting to see. They must have saw something. They want to try to improve on their blocking.
Good block right there. Parker Robinson with the kill. Yeah, it almost looked like I was going to say it looked like she picked it up and threw it down, but I guess that's a legal play. But nice quick set to Smothers again. Center Grove takes the 4-3 lead here, and I think the concerns about getting down early and bouncing back from that third set have been alleviated, and obviously a credit to Coach DePrilli and the team to be able to bounce back mentally. There's Sloan with the big hit, dig by Carabine. On the outside to Wentland, and she hits it off the block. Center Grove takes the 5-3 lead here in the fourth set. They're trailing 2-1. Hamill back to serve. Parker Robinson off of the top of the block for the kill for Cathedral.
One thing Cathedral's done starting in the third game is, again, they're attacking more on the right side, and we still haven't made the adjustment. They did not do that much in the first two games, but they went right side a lot here in game 3 and 4.
That's where Sloan got a lot of her points in the last set as well. Ooh. That's where we need an instant replay right there, Coach. Throw the challenge flag or something like that. Of course, I'm 40 feet away from that, and it's right at that guy's feet, so he probably had a better view. 5-5 now, Cathedral with the serve. Good dig by Hamill. Another good dig by Rumble. And through the block. Number 6 for Cathedral, Anna Jensen. Called her name a few times tonight. Cathedral back on top, 6-5. Served by Peyton White. Nice block up front by number 12, Reagan Wentland, to tie up the match. We've talked about Hamill being fantastic, but equally fantastic for Cathedral tonight has been number 2, Marla Shore, who's a sophomore. She's done a fantastic job of setting up their big hitters as well. Puglisi in to serve. Through the block on the outside by Cathedral. They take the 7-6 lead here in the fourth set, with Cathedral up 2-1. Nice serve by White. Center Grove's going to scramble to get it back over. White to Shore and then to Wiley. Good dig by Hamill. And that one's long. Oh, tip. Tip up front by Center Grove. Cathedral now takes the 2-point lead, 8-6. Another good serve by White. Hamill scrambles to get there. Wow, a great effort by number 14, Megan Sloan, to be able to bring that ball inside of the antenna, and Center Grove wasn't able to handle it. Cathedral's up by 3.
Critical time here for Center Grove. One thing, Cathedral's right side attack is still bothering us. They're winning 85 to 90% of the points that come off of the right side hitter right now.
So what do you do, Coach, in situations like that? Do you shift your blocking arrangement, or how do you handle that?
Number one thing is right now, we have a perfect angle this match to watch them. And as Coach DePree calls timeout, but we have to adjust to make the right side hitter hit a different shot. Right now she's putting it almost in the exact same spot every time, and so the blocking assignments will have to be shifted. But 11-6, and right now Cathedral's been playing better.
Yeah, and like you said, a danger point right here for Center Grove, being down 11-6. You can't afford to get too many points down to a very powerful Cathedral squad that after that first set has really eliminated the mistakes, the serving mistakes that they had in that first set, and very difficult team to defend with the hitters that they have.
And you don't have to go over it right now, but I did enjoy at the start of the telecast when you told all the Division I and Division II talent that's going places. But I think Cathedral has at least 6 players going Division I or Division II that are out on the court that we've seen tonight.
Yeah, 7 girls for Cathedral. Miami of Ohio, IPFW, Xavier, Pepperdine, Duke, Penn State, Louisville. So, and a ace by number 13, one of those girls who's going to the highest ranked of any of those teams, Penn State. Ace by her out of the timeout, and Cathedral takes their largest lead of the set, 12-6. That ball's moving too away from Center Grove. Good put away up front by Smethers. Very important for Center Grove to try to cut into this lead and not just trade points at this point. Kill by Smethers from the back row. 12-8 Cathedral. Smithers again on the serve. Just wide by Smithers. Cathedral point. They lead 13-8. Number 4, Delaney O'Neill, one of those Division I athletes who signed with Miami of Ohio. She's in to serve now, and she gets a service winner. Center Grove now down 14-8. Little break for, I think Hamill was a little bit shaken up there. Outstanding dig by Hamill. Wiley with another put away. Cathedral's playing very well right now, and all the momentum on their side. They're up 15-8 here in the fourth set, looking to close things out. And another put away by Wiley off of passing error by Center Grove. Another timeout by Coach DePrilli for Center Grove. Second and final in the fourth set. I think you guys were talking before the match, Coach, about how this would just looking at Center Grove sectional and the teams that are in there. Obviously, we talked about Roncalli, which is who we face in the first round next week. But then the other side of the bracket, Franklin's had a very good season. I think they won 24, 25 matches as well. But is that who you expect to probably come out of that other side?
I would agree. Franklin Central, Greenwood, Whiteland, and Franklin. But Franklin has a very strong program. Has done a great job in the middle school program also. And I as coaching against them every year, you knew Franklin was going to get better. And they have a quality team also and everything. Right now, we still haven't solved even their middle here is going out to the right side a little bit. So the right side's just really been a problem for us here.
O'Neal again with the serve. Hamill to line. Even when she doesn't hit it right, she's getting the breaks. And right now, Wiley hit the top of the net with that, but was able to find a hole, and Cathedral takes the 17-8 lead here in the fourth set. Line. Oh! He's getting ready to say line with the put away, and back judge called that one just out. Cathedral now leading 18-8 and up 2-1. O'Neal with the service error. Center Grove trails 18-9. Back to serve for Center Grove, Devin Merriman. Good serve. Cathedral scrambles and causes them to hit the ball out of bounds. Good point for Center Grove. 18-10 Cathedral. Here in set 4, Cathedral's up 2-1. And another good serve by Merriman. And
we could make something happen here. The rotations are set up favorable for us here, and we've had a very good serving, but we could make a little run here if we could, possibly.
And a big kill by Line up front. Little indecision by Cathedral right now on Merriman's serve. Number 4 and number 13, O'Neal and White. I think Merriman's serve is dancing a little bit, and they're a little indecisive on which one's going to return it, and that's caused Center Grove to score 4 straight points.
Right. I really like the timeout that the Cathedral coach took here, though. We have scored 4 straight, but when I'm coaching volleyball, I don't like when it gets tight. I like to call a timeout early like she did to try to break the momentum, and the rotation set up for us well here. So I think this is critical, but I think they're going to go left side or middle more here, and I think we have a chance because the 2 best right side hitters have rotated out because they've been on the back row.
Merriman back to serve after the quick timeout by Cathedral. 18-12, Cathedral still leads here in the fourth set. And out of the timeout, service error by Center Grove. Cathedral gets a very important point and moves back up 19-12. Broke that momentum, just like you said, and that's the whole point of the timeout. And a block by Cathedral on the outside hit by Center Grove. They now move within 5 points of winning the match. They lead 20-12, set 4. Oh, big block by number 13, Malia Howie, for Center Grove on Pepperdine-bound Tara Wiley. Center Grove trails 20-13. Macy Carabine back to serve. And into the net. 21-13 Cathedral. Wiley back to serve for Cathedral. Hamill to line, big hit. Cathedral. It hit number one, I'm shocked that it went on the right side of the antenna. And then it did hit the scoreboard, and the officials hesitated initially and then called it. So Allie Line back to serve for Center Grove. They trail 21-14. And Parker Robinson with the kill. Cathedral leads 22-14. Marla Shore back to serve for Cathedral. Nice set by Hamill. And
the good point for Center Grove here is we're starting to play more solid here, even though it's 22-15. We've played solid the second half of this game, so I'm very pleased as a Center Grove fan how we're answering here.
Hamill on the outside to Wentland. Off of the block. Point Center Grove. Wentland's been solid tonight, as well as Smithers and Line up front. 22-16 Cathedral. Center Grove trying to make a little run. Over to Parker Robinson, and she puts it away. On the right side again, Coach. Credit Cathedral. They're continuing to hit that, and like you said, they're winning 80 to 90% of those points over on that side. They found a weakness in Center Grove on that side, and they continue to exploit it. There it is again. Good dig by Hamill. Line hits it over. And then the put away by number 14, Megan Sloan. That'll bring up match point for Cathedral. And she hits it long. A little too much. Center Grove trails 24-17. They bring in their designated server, Gabby Puglisi. And that'll do it right there. Good block by Center Grove, but it went just wide. Cathedral takes the match. 3-1 with your scores. 14-25, 25-16, 25-23, and 25-16. Coach, talk about the match a little bit. And, Center Grove obviously a fantastic year. They finished the regular season 29-3. They'll head into the state tournament probably still ranked in the top 2 or 3 in the state. Got off to a fantastic start tonight. Ran into a buzzsaw after that. We talked about that third set being the important set, and Center Grove had a pretty decent lead and let that slip away. And I think that momentum carried into the fourth set for Cathedral.
I think it's a real great point. 18-11, we were up in the third game, and they came back and cost us 25-23. But overall, I think it's been a very solid week. Senior night, as being a high school basketball coach here for many years, senior night special for males and female athletes, but especially female athletes really take it to heart. And then to beat number 1 Roncalli that night, and then to come back and go on the road to Chatard. So it's been a good week. I do have to give credit to Cathedral. I thought they're, as we've mentioned here in the third and fourth, they were able to attack from all three spots: left, the middle, and out and right side. And we will improve before Thursday night. Coach DePrillo will do a good job.
And I think just to summarize things, and fantastic crowd out here tonight. Want to thank again Center Grove Aqua Systems for their support of the webcast tonight. Great atmosphere, great crowd. Obviously a fantastic regular season for Center Grove. Hopefully they get another chance at Cathedral, because that probably means it's going to be in the semi-state against them, I believe. And Center Grove volleyball program is definitely been outstanding this year under the leadership of Coach DePrillo and those three seniors that they have: Allie Line, Abby Hardesty, and Reagan Wentland. And hopefully they obviously it doesn't start easy next week playing against Roncalli in that first sectional matchup. But let's talk a little bit in closing, Coach, about the Center Grove volleyball program and the direction, and hopefully the rest of the year.
Yeah. First of all, I would like to personally thank Center Grove Aqua System for sponsoring us tonight and exposing more people to Center Grove volleyball. And being involved with the program for 22 years at the middle school level, I've just seen leaps and bounds. And when I first started coaching, we didn't play these quality teams that we play now the last 5, 6, 7 years. And the program's only going to get stronger. And we saw 2 freshmen out here tonight. We saw a couple sophomores and 3 or 4 juniors and 2 or 3 seniors. So it's not like we're built on one class. And like I said, there's much more depth coming and quality players and everything that are getting involved. So even though we're down tonight, it's going to be we're going to have a long run, as we say, with this program.
Coach Robinson, just to close, I'd like to say thank you for your help with the broadcast tonight. Kevin Conrad, Matt Murray with setting things up for us. So in final words here from Center Grove. Center Grove loses tonight 3-1 to number 2 ranked Cathedral. They finished the regular season 29-3. They're will play in the semifinal sectional against Roncalli next Thursday night. Hope to see everybody there, and thank you again, Coach, and good night, Trojan fans.